assessment that I did with you all last week. I asked, what do you plan to do when you graduate? And 85% of the students in here do plan to go to a college or university, which is wonderful, and I'd love to help you get there. So this is why I'm sharing some of this information with you today. As well as 9.5% are planning to attend a community college, and we do also have a percentage in here who plan to join the military. So community college. Does anyone know what a community college is? Yes. Right. For example, Wake Tech. Thank you. There are 59 community colleges in North Carolina. We have a very large number of community colleges. Wake Tech is our largest community college, and they currently have enrolled over 70,000 students. So there's community colleges all throughout North Carolina. And some of the differences in community college and college is community college has open admissions, so they will admit you. There are certain requirements. If you have at least a 2.0, you don't have to take certain entry-level classes or entry-level exams. And Wake Tech could give you a little bit more information about that. Whereas college and universities, admission requirements vary. So like we said, the UNC System Schools has a minimum of a 2.5. Yes?
I don't know if I told you guys, but because I did a degree at Wake Tech, what they do is they test you once you're coming in, and if you're not at the level to go into your the area of study that you want to go into, you have to, they put you back and bring you up.
Yes. Yeah.
That's how they can do like a math, a reading, and a English.
Yeah, they will do those tests and then place you. Yeah, the assessment test, and then they'll place you from there in the appropriate classes. So that's part of the open admissions. So some of the other differences are with a community college, you earn your 2-year degree. They do have liberal arts and then career-specific degrees such as hotel management, dental hygiene. They have all sorts of career-specific degrees. And then 4-year colleges and universities, you can earn a bachelor's degree, typically a bachelor's of arts or a bachelor's of science. And then those can be private or state-funded. So one of the big things that a lot of students are really drawn to about community colleges is the tuition significantly lower. So you can expect to pay less than $3,100 per year, where college and universities are going to be significantly more than that. So that's something that draws a lot of students to community colleges, as well as transfer programs. There's lots of great transfer programs where you can do your 2-year associate's degree, for example, with Wake Tech, and then transfer those credits to begin as a junior at NC State. So there are certain pathways that you can do to do a career like that. And then a lot of people also ask about athletics. So the community college does have an athletic program. It's the NCJAA, the North Carolina Junior Athletic Association, but that would be different than the college and university athletic associations that are the NCAA and the NAIA. And typically, students can live on or off campus in a college or university. And at community college, most students do live off campus. So North Carolina also has the second largest number of HBCUs in the nation. Does anybody know what an HBCU is? An HBCU? Somebody had it. Yes. So HBCUs are historically black colleges and universities. Great, thank you. So that's exciting that we have the second largest number of HBCUs in North Carolina with 11. So some of our HBCUs that are really close by are North Carolina Central University in Durham. And then in downtown Raleigh, we have Shaw University and St. Aug College. Both of these two are private universities, but they do offer different types of scholarships and things like that. So we are talking about college planning in the 9th grade. I realize that you have just entered high school, but it is important to start talking about college planning now. Does anybody know why that may be? Why would it be important to start talking about college planning in 9th grade? Yes. Absolutely, because your GPA does start in your 9th grade year. As you can see on the transcript, we are already building our GPA. None of us have it yet, but after the semester is finalized, we will start our GPA. And it is important to make sure you're getting those good grades so that that can continue with you throughout high school. As well as, so that will be on your transcript, and your GPA is on your transcript, as well as extracurricular activities and volunteer activities. So I definitely recommend getting involved, whether that's sports, clubs, arts, or community service inside or outside of school. Those are good things to have on your college resume when you're applying to college. We will talk about your experiences, and it's a really good way to meet new people and get involved and find new friends with similar interests. So athletic eligibility, so that's part of an extracurricular. Do I have any student athletes in here? Okay, great. So your first semester of freshman year, everyone is eligible to play sports. So after your first semester, when you have a GPA and final grades, you have to have passed 3 of your 4 classes to be eligible to play sports here at Wake Forest. And you have to have an attendance of 85% or better. So I talked to our athletic director, Coach Joyner, and he said that means you can only miss 13 days. So a maximum of 13 days is the number that you can, miss of school to be eligible to play sports. So it's important for everybody to be here. Your attendance does count for athletic eligibility. And then you have to have a GPA of at least a 2.0 from the previous semester. So I am the 9th grade counselor, but I'm also the NCAA coordinator here. So any students that are college-bound athletes planning on playing the NCAA, I do assist with registering for the NCAA Eligibility Center, as well as helping you know what those eligibility requirements are. So I can tell you that the NCAA requires a minimum of a 2.3 GPA for Division I schools, and that's from your core classes only. So NCAA calculates their own GPA for you, where they only use your core classes. So those graduation requirements, that's what they'll use to determine if you have a 2.3 and are eligible to play in the NCAA Division I. Does anybody have questions about that? Okay. And then we also have so many clubs here at Wake Forest High School. So if you haven't gotten involved in a club, I do recommend that you look at our directory. So go to the school website and click on activities and then clubs and organizations directories, and it'll show you all the clubs that we have here. We have 53 clubs. So there's all sorts of different types of clubs. Next door, Mr. Martin's class, he has the gaming and animation club, which a lot of students have been really interested in and coming to ask me about. We have an art club, we have an automotives club, we have a creative writing club, and then there's multiple honor societies as well. Those do have specific requirements that you'd have to meet to be inducted. And if you want more information on any of those, just go to this website, and it will tell you if there's specific requirements. And if not, it'll tell you what room number the club meets in, who the advisor is, and what days they meet. If you don't see a club that you're interested in and you'd like to start your own club, that's definitely an option for you as well. You could just ask Mr. Davis, the 9th grade administrator, for a form to fill out to begin your own club. So next we're going to do an escape room activity with the groups that you were put into earlier. So we're going to escape through high school and beyond. Has anyone done an escape room before? Okay, a few of you. Fantastic. All right. So I have 4 groups in this class. A blue group over here, purple group. What's your group color back here? Yellow. Pink group and green group. Okay, so we have 5 groups in here. So these are the instructions for escape room. So with your group, you're going to solve a puzzle. And once you finish your puzzle, then you bring it to me and I'll give you a key. There's 4 keys and 4 puzzles. Each key has a letter written on it. So once you've solved each puzzle and earned each key, then you can unscramble the letters on the keys to spell out a word. The first team to do that and to spell out the word can come over to the board and on this line write out what the word spells. So when I gave you your group assignments, I also put a paper face down on your desk. Does everybody have that? This is going to be your first puzzle. So work with your group to solve the puzzle, and when you are done, raise your hand and I'll give you your key. You can begin. And raise your hand if you need any help.
Honors, that's a 3.5. That's a 2.
Use the scale box to assign quality points to each final grade group. The unweighted GPA does not consider the relevant course completed, and you would only
How are y'all doing over here?
We're doing so great.
You're doing so great? Okay. So that's part of that GPA scale that we were presenting. So you're going to look at student A and then student B. So I have a class listed and then the grade. So in that far right box, you'll write the quality points. So the first class was World History Honors. And what did they get? Student A. So how many quality points would that be?
3.5.
Okay. So then write that in the box. And then after you write the quality points for all 4 classes, then what do you do to find the GPA?
You add them all
And divide by 4. Perfect. Weighted. Good question.
It's weighted?
Yes.
Okay. So
if they have World History Honors.
Honors is a 3.5. Okay, so that's a 3.
Right.
Yeah, because they got a B.
Yeah, you're right. Good teamwork.
Math 1. Right? And then score.
You finished? Awesome. Okay. What color group? Blue group? Okay. Blue group. Okay. Blue group. Here's your key. And here's your next puzzle. Okay, come see me later.
Oh wait, no, we got it, dude. Okay, I haven't posted that.
Excellent. Are you finished? Okay. Can I check it? All right. Perfect. You got it. So pink group, I'll get your next puzzle and next key. Okay. Here's your key that you've earned and your next puzzle. Yes. Okay, you finished? All right, let me check that. Awesome. Great. So I'm going to get your next puzzle and next key. And you're the green group? Okay. Here's your key, and here's your next puzzle. You finished over here? Okay, wonderful. You finished? Okay. Let me check it. Purple group needs next puzzle and next key. Be right back. You're finished too? Okay, great. Okay. Here's your next puzzle and your key. All right, and then you are the blue group. Okay. Here's your next.
Oh, no wonder why.
Next puzzle and next key.
Oh.
Raise your hand if you need any help. You finished? And what color group is this?